Yeah, 1 second. Oh, babe. All right. Hi, everyone. How's it going today? I'm just going to pop my little chat up here, figure out why I'm echoing. There we go. All right. How's it going, everyone? Sorry about that. Perks of being at home. As soon as I go live, one of the kids has to use the potty and needs the diaper and wipes. So, anyways, tonight I'm excited because I've been waiting a while to do this project. This is the B-Size Transfer Summer Vibes. And I'm going to do this one on our tray here. This is our reclaimed tray. And then I'm also going to update this board that I usually have hanging up by our front door. And got a cheapy chalkboard up there, chicken wire, and I'm going to make little clothespin holders today. So we're just going to pop those on. And voila. And you know what? I realized I did totally forget to grab my glue gun. So I will be right back. Alright, so I thought I had my glue gun. I'm not sure where I placed that, but no here. I've got some tacky glue here. Tacky glue. So since I have to tacky glue this today, I'm just gonna do that really fast. So, whew, can't believe it's Wednesday. I don't know where the weeks are just flying by. I don't know why. It feels like yesterday was last Wednesday. Not sure why. And as usual fashion, it is stuck in there. Need something long to poke it with. Where are my scissors? Oh, here we go. And a brush. Hi, Emily. How's it going? Where are you eating at tonight? Come on. All right. I'm not going to try to mess with that right now. I'm just going to scoop out and lather on my glue. Lathering it on because I can't unclog my glue here. Alright, so now I'm just gonna. Oh well, we're just gonna leave it so that it dries. So that's one down, and I should have put on my. Oh, we can still do it. Okay. Now we're on glue number 2. What are you eating at Taco Bell? Taco Bell sounds yummy. We had that a couple weeks ago, I think. I haven't had Taco Bell in a while. Probably do a points at Taco Bell. Who loves using their points here?
I'm a big rewards user. I do a lot. I stopped doing Starbucks rewards. It's just Starbucks adds up. But McDonald's, I don't know if people know, but McDonald's has an app, and I get free coffees that way. So that's exciting. They always have some good deals. Of course, because it's McDonald's, the only place you'll find dollar deals, more than likely. So, ooh, nachos and nachos sound good. We had pizza today. Um, our favorite is this ranch chicken bacon pizza from Walmart. I'm going to get myself in there a little bit more because I keep going off camera. So let me turn this way a little. Okay, much better. So I just got a couple more to go here. Just a few more. I think I'm going to do 5 for this board. I want to make sure this drives pretty decently before I attempt to try to stick it on anything. That fell too far. Okay, there we go. So, what fun things are you guys looking forward to doing this summer? July is a crazy month for us because we have a lot of birthdays in our family in July. Mine and my husband's birthday is in July. He actually shares the same birthday as my uncle, my grandma, my cousin, my sister, my bestie. Her birthday is 2 days before mine. So, what's everyone doing this summer? What are you looking forward to this summer? Anyone got any plans for Father's Day weekend this weekend? I know that's coming up. The kids get to spend the night and we get to have some alone time, which is really hard with the 2 and a 4-year-old. So, pretty excited about that. Pretty excited. Trying to get the last bit of glue on this one to dry so I can put it on my finished product. Okay. Now we are going to set this. Put that there for just a second. Throw this into my water bin. Trying to clean up as I go so I don't get so messy over here. Okay, so now I'm going to take my board here, and because this isn't our normal chalk surface, I'm going to need to use some surface wax, and it's just to help kind of have the chalk adhere a little bit better to the board so that I don't rip my board or ruin the transfer since it's a found surface. Where are my paper towels? Oh. All right. So, oh, what are you gonna make for Dad for Father's Day? Well, maybe don't tell me. Maybe you can text it to me. So I'm just gonna take some of the surface wax on a towel. I'm just gonna rub it in here. Like I said, this is to help it so that the transfer doesn't rip anything up off this board, because this is not a chalk couture board. This is a found board. I think my mom got it at the thrift store, and I asked her so I could use it at home. There we go. So we got that down. And we're just using our chalk couture surface here. Okay, now I'm going to take the transfer. And this transfer I'm using today is our Hello Summer. Whoop, whoop. Oh. I just love being in. Now I turn the camera too much. I just love summer. Every time I hear summer, I hear Olaf in my head singing, "In summer." Actually, you could quote part of that song to Lily. Ask her sing the "Oh, the skies are so blue," and you guys would be too, and it'd only be so much cooler. And then you pause, and she'll say, "In summer." Oh my gosh, we really love. I used to dislike Frozen, and now it's stuck in my house. And it's one of Lily's favorite movies, and that song was just always stuck in my head. Cold guy who wants to be in warm. Never understood that. Did you actually watch Frozen's Olaf's Frozen Adventure? I think is what it's called. That's some backstory about how Olaf, what he went through the day Elsa made him when she made her castle and ran away from everyone. Okay. So I haven't used this. It's a new transfer. I got to fuzz, fuzz, fuzz so that it doesn't stick so much. And I'm going to try to center this as straight and even as possible today because this isn't going to sit flat fully on the surface. It's just going to need that middle design part. So a couple more pulls and we shall be good. Now, if only my hair just stopped shedding everywhere. Okay, so one more. One more here. All right. Okay. So now I got that all fuzzed. And now I just want to line this up perfectly in the middle. So probably right about there. Okay, I think that's flat enough. Now I want to smooth it out with my squeegee. A big squeegee, so I make sure not to get any bubbles in this. And I'm just going to make sure it goes right up to the edge, get any of the bubbles out. I know I'm working with flat. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. So tonight I'm going to use our bright white, cadet, and candy apple colors. So looks a little orangey, but it's actually red. And then it's just my lighting, and then of course our bright white. I want to go with kind of a patriotic summer board on this because popsicles. It's just thinking of those, those white rocket popsicles. That's what I'm thinking of. Rocket popsicles. Even though they're not the rocket shape, that's kind of what I'm aiming for. So I'm just going to take some of my scrapers here and I'm going to do the ombre. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be very careful. I'm just going to do the ombre here, and then this is going to be perfectly white. So I just want to make sure to scrape across like so. I'm going to try to make these as even as possible if I can. And then I'm going to do the white. Which I already got some of the red on there. I'm just going to pull it all the way to these edges here. No. Okay, so we're just going to plop that in there for now. Put that down. And I've got the blue. So get this down and then I'll spread it out like the other ones. I'm just going to spread this out to make sure I cover all that. And I think I want to do a little bit of a color. Sticks are going to go with, what is this? Guava. Ooh, guava's kind of pretty. It's one of my new favorite paste colors is the guava. It's not like orange and it's not pink. It's guava. So, how much is the graduation you got? What graduation? Oh, you mean my unboxing? I would have to look that up, but you can come borrow it, Emily. Okay, so we're just gonna put some there. I don't really need too much paste there. Just gonna pop that. Someone got my blue. Oops. Oh well. I can fix that. No worries. I will go back in and fix that. So let's wipe that off because I got blue there. That's not what I wanted to do. We're just gonna thicken it a little bit more. And of course, that is not helping. Okay, so I don't want my blue mixed into my guava. I need to start working a little faster so it doesn't dry. It won't dry as fast because it's much thicker than usual paste. So now what I'm going to do is cover back up my paste. I need to wipe that off, so I put my white onto the summer part. So we're going to scrape the summer on here so I don't mess that up. Okay, now we're going to do the fun part. This part is going to be quick. All right. I'm going to wipe this off. And I'm just going to scrape down and away. Down and away. Because I don't want the guava on anything here besides the popsicle sticks. That one's a little messy, but that's okay. You can always erase and try again. Right? That's the beauty of chalk. Wipes away. Okay. So now, this is going to be the fun part. I am just going to slightly take my squeegee, and I probably should have done this portion last, but can't decide what I want to do. Oh, I know what I'll do. Okay, we're going to flip this just like so, and I don't want to get it onto the rest of the design. So, I'm still waiting. I just don't want to mess up my popsicles. Okay, so we're just going to swipe down and wipe. Where's my paper towel? Okay. I think that's what we're going to do. Oh. Okay. And we're just going to swipe down and ink up. I think is the better bit we're going to do. And swipe down and ink up. Well, it's letting me get a little bit on popsicles, but hey. Okay. Now we're going to lift very lightly. And I will have to go back and redo some of that. I want to redo the popsicles, but it's cute. What do you think? It really does remind me of those, those Rocket Pops. Who loves Rocket Pops? Rocket Pops, Rocket Pops. and I feel like my hands are going to be red, white, and blue a while. So we're going to make sure to wash that off, and we'll let this beauty dry. I'll need to go back in with finer details, but there you have it. And then almost wavy. That was unintentional, but I do like that. It's kind of wavy. Hello, summer. Ooh. As much as I don't like heat, summer is one of my favorite seasons because it's my birthday. So in July. So let me clean this up before I stick it to the table. I don't want that to stick too much. Okay. And then we'll clean off that transfer, let it dry. Okay. And then we have the barbecue line to do, my summer one. That one's going to be fun. Right, so I'm just going to go off to the side here. Sorry for the semi-messy house. It's actually much cleaner than it typically is. And I'm going to take the board erasers and we're just going to gently wipe our transfer off. And so that will get it pretty clean. And one more side. Okay. Okay. Try not to get this water sprayed everywhere. This is much better than the casserole dishes I was using because they're too shallow. Okay. So then you want to just lay that up. You want the sticky side up to dry. Voila. Okay, that's all done. Now back to our tiered tray here. I mean, not tiered tray, but reclaimed tray. That's what it is. Our reclaimed tray. Okay. Oh, I forgot to totally wash that off. 1 second. Okay. All right. Back to this one. So this one, I'm going to have a lot of fun with. This one's going to be a little more very specific in placement. I just really want to do that. So we are going to take the transfer, and like I said, our usual style is to fuzz and fuzz and fuzz. Okay. I'm going to peel my transfer, and I'm going to remove fuzz. Yes, you can use on a magnetic board. I've seen people do it on you can wipe it away with on a magnetic board. And I believe a couple of our frames with the white ones, I have to check, are magnetic. The one I did with the Club Couture from April. So, okay. But yeah, you could do it on a magnetic board and then just wipe it off with water. I've seen people do it on their fridges, on microwaves, on their Keurigs, on washing machines, dishwashers. So I've seen people do it on a lot of surfaces. Okay, so I think we'll do one more and we should be good. All right, time to do this tray. Okay, so now we're just gonna line this up in the middle and flatten that out. Kind of want to reline it. Okay, so now I'm going to do some very fine detail. So I know I'll have this one out going to use our candy apple on some of these words. And I'm just going to leave some of this paste on a little thicker so it doesn't dry too fast in comparison, because this one's got a lot of detail work that I want to do. I've been dying to do this one, but I've been waiting on my metal tray, so I have a cute little display piece in my kitchen area. I think that's where I've decided I'm going to put this one. Okay. Need to take my diaper wipe there. Okay. Just going to take this little diaper wipe. Use my little drawer. Okay. I'm just going to lift that up a little. I don't want the white there. I mean, the red. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, because I don't want to have to redo this. Okay. So that I'm gonna have to go back in a little bit longer to deal with. Et voila. Messy, messy, messy. Okay. And then I'm gonna do my lemonade color next. And our daffodil, what is this? Bumblebee? Bumblebee. I'm gonna wipe that off. I'm gonna do my word lemonade in the bumblebee. So this one's gonna be a little more complicated. Flip-flops, I'll just go over that with a while it'll stick out. And then, of course, our lemon's gotta be yellow. Just a little bit more. Okay. And then I want my sun to be yellow. There was one where I was gonna do yellow. Oh, the road trips and beaches were yellow. Okay. Almost there. Use a multi-tool. Okay. We're getting there. I want to do my... Oh, I forgot to do sunshine. That's what I was going to do. So I'm going to do the sunglasses inside. Just going to do my sunglasses with the yellow here. Okay. Being super careful not to get it on the other edges of things. Right. And then I want my color here. This is good. This is orange peel. And I'm going to do that on the summer vibes. Just going to take that, scrub that on. Well, not scrub, but squeegee. Okay. Do the whole word in the orange peel. All right, and I want to make sure to get all the words down. Okay. Ice cream, I wanted to do that too. iPhone, what do you mean? Oh, yeah, probably. I did it on mom's planner. We could try next time I see you. We really could, which will probably be in a couple weeks since it's Father's Day weekend. No. Okay. So now I want to do my green. We're going to do eucalyptus. Trying to work as fast as possible here. I guess it's not really green, but road trips, that's blue, black, into blue, blue, pink. Yep, okay. Last couple. Here we go. Oh, I should have done that in the red. Yeah, I'll do that in the red. I'll do flip flops in red. Okay, we got one flip flop. We got our second flip flop. Do swimming, blue, blue. And then I'll do those in some color. Just trying to debate. You don't really see blue ice cream. So I'm gonna do that here. And then, oh, I should have done it in pink. Oh well. And then we are going to do that in, oh yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so last we have cadet. Okay, so we got swimming and cadet. Kind of went overboard with colors on this one. Didn't intend to. And then we want this here. This is drying way too fast. Okay, we are gonna speed this up just a little bit. Road trips. I think I do like the blue actually in the middle. It kind of breaks it up. Flip flops here. All right. And then we'll do bike rides too. I think I'll do bike rides in the, nah, I'll just do it in that blue. Just bring it all across the entire board. Great. And voila, all done. All right, now I need to just lift very carefully. Wait, push hard enough on that one. this in a little. No, too long. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now to come back and redo all this. I'm gonna have to do a redo once this cleans off. Oh, my hand is now sticking everywhere. Great. Well, that was my first fail. I did not scrape hard enough. All right, so we are gonna redo this once again. Scrub on the paste. Ugh. It's so stuck on here. I also can't see what I'm doing because my water is black. Black, black, black. What happens when you mix colors? You get black. I think all our slides need to be good. Yeah, I just need to rinse this tray out so I can see where I'm getting pieced out. It's so hard to see. So hard. Oh man, it's not. I really do just need to dump out the water. Okay. Okay. So we are going to let that dry for a minute or two, and then I'm going to try to come back in and relayer it when it dries off. But I realized in my haste, I forgot to swipe hard. So Summer Vibes came out. I may just actually, I know what I'll do. I am going to take a clean squeegee and see if we can just where's my board eraser? Let me just get the board eraser quickly, a little wet. I'm just going to clean up some of this since this was kind of a mess here. Okay. I don't want to see my fail. Okay. All just trying to see if I could kind of clean this off here and just keep that whole Summer Vibe spot. That worked out really well. Why not? Just gonna scrape with the squeegee, get all that dried paste. Do. All right. Maybe I should have done this in the red, white, and blue too. Probably would have worked out so much better. Okay. Careful not to ruin the parts that I want to keep. Okay. Now I'm just going to clean this off. All right. And then I just got a few of those little minis to do for my last final project. That was a big fail. I'll have to go and clean this up afterward. Okay. Okay, let's see how well this board eraser does now. Ooh. Okay. It's that red. That red's gonna do me in. So I kind of like how the pink is looking. I might actually redo this whole board. It's kind of a happy accident, actually. But apparently it is erasing the ghosting. So let's kind of just take some bubble grease. Going back in probably would have been much easier than trying to erase all this off. All right. Dang it. And now I caught the blue. I'm just making this mess first. Okay. Just gonna clean that up a little. Or I could cut this more in half. Not such a big space. Okay. We're just going to leave that for now, and I will come back to it later when it's dried a little bit more. And I can scrub off some more of that ghosting with our board eraser. Because it actually did decent when I put some more elbow grease. I got to cut my board eraser up here. And I'll go back and redo it in the orange and yellow. But pretty, right? Okay. And now finally we have just some quick, easy, doable summer minis, which I'm just going to do in our, what colors did I do? Red, white, and blue. I'm going to do the guava to pop it up. Okay. So last but not least, we have our 5 minis to go on that board that I did. And I'm just going to quickly fuzz these little ones and place them where I want. These were our summer minis that I've used in a couple of different lives recently. And I got this one. I'm going to do that. Gonna line that up some more. Just a few more minis. Now I'm just gonna batch these minis pretty dang fast. Got those loaded on. 2 more. Ooh, that was paste on there. Yeah. Okay. On the road. And last but not least, heck yes, because heck yes, I love, love, love summer. Okay. So let's get that one on. And I'm going to take a squeegee and do guava, just make sure I have the right one. And then we are going to just blast right through this. Okay. So there's one down, throw that one in there. And then we're going to do 2 down. I realized I didn't pay much attention when I put these on. I thought I had them lined up. That's okay. I'm going to clean it off and redo them. Okay. Oop. I want to make sure that is the right way, which it is not. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Where is my lava again? Oop. That caught the end. Okay. Fill all the crevices. Crevices? Crevices? I don't know what it said. Okay. Now we'll clean this one up just a little bit to get these edges. My hands are a little wet, so that helps. Fine line these. When I try some more, I'll mess with it. We did that one. And then, is this Nope? No way, Jose. Okay. Now I got that one on. I'll hold that down with my hand so I don't yank it like the last one. And since these are minis, I don't really need much. Okay. Bring on the sunshine. And my final one, which is completely upside down. Good thing I checked before I did it all. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, that one's pretty. Alrighty. Let's get these to dry really fast. I'm just gonna put my paste lid on. Take my extra hell here. Oh no! Okay, those ones are fine. Fine. Oh, my life is better. That one was perfect. I will have to redo that one. Oh well. This is why it's a stroke. Okay. And then we got this one is done. Oops, not fully. Okay. Good thing I flipped. Alright, and then alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got all 5 in there. I'm still gonna shove that back in there for a minute because I gotta clean it some more. Some fresh water in a second. But there we go. All right. Now let me pull up our final products for the night. Oh, oh, oh boy. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Okay. So now I'm gonna do this. Sunshine. Heck yes. Which that one's actually upside down, so I will do it that way. And then we got like more wearing this. And then we have on the road again. Which can go sideways. And there you have it. My cute memo board is all redone with our Hello Summer Transfer, and all of our summer minis on clothespins. That's what they are, clothespins. And then our final product was also the tray. So I took off the bottom half, but there we go. Thank you all so much for joining me again tonight for my live while I created some summer decor. If you have any questions, feel free to message me and I can get you the links below to everything that I used tonight. Oh, thanks, Casey. And I will be going live again next Wednesday night at 8. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.